Today marks Transgender Day of Visibility. The day recognizes transgender, non-binary, and gender-expansive people while bringing awareness to discrimination, violence, and poverty people within those communities often face. Here to talk about it more in the purpose of the day, what some of the local organizations are also doing to help with who are struggling, is the events director for Full Spectrum Community Outreach, DJ DiVincenzo. DJ, thank you for taking the time to join us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, before we get to some of the important parts of the day today, for those who are not familiar, what does Full Spectrum do?
Yeah, so Full Spectrum Community Outreach is dedicated to providing vital support, resources, advocacy for the LGBTQ plus individuals and families in the community. We offer a welcoming and affirming space where people of all gender identities and sexual orientations can access things like support groups, educational workshops, and community events.
Okay. And we have been reporting a lot in the news, about executive orders on the federal level that restrict the rights of transgender people in America. Everything from their ability to participate in the military and school sports to how they're identified on their passports. The same goes for the Ohio bathroom bill. So what are your feelings on this and how the LGBTQ community and organizations are responding to some of these developments?
I think we're all just responding the best that we can. We are just, working on getting together, being as involved as we can to advocate for the changes that need to take place, which are the ones that are not taking place. It's the opposite, unfortunately. So you'll see a lot of the local organizations within the Valley and even close by communities working on trying to come together to host different events and speaking out and doing everything that we can just to show people that, these laws, they're not going to make things better. Trans people have always been around. They've been around, even if you look back in the history books. And most of us just want to, we don't want to be a big political thing. We just want to exist and live just like everybody in the LGBTQ plus community and everybody else in the world.
Now, Full Spectrum held its event marking Transgender Day of Visibility over the weekend. How was that event received, and why do you believe it's so important to hold a day like that?
I think the event was received really well. From what I understand, this was actually the biggest turnout that we've had for the event. We, started at the center. We all made shirts to wear to the event, and then we did some bowling. And then we had an open mic night with trans-related poetry and some dances and some songs. And it was awesome. And even at the bowling alley, everybody was just very welcoming, very accepting. There was no hostility or any problems. We had a lot of support from the community, which was great.
I think I'm wondering, a lot of people maybe not realize that we do have a lot of trans actors, performances, or rather performers of folks that are in the community, like Laverne Cox, Elliot Page, RuPaul, Kim Petras. They're sharing their stories, and I'm wondering, if you think that they are influencing other people to do the same, because we also in 2024 had Sarah McBridge, who was the first transgender person elected to Congress.
Yeah, I think seeing people like Sarah and Elliot Page and all of the other, trans people, celebrities, public figures, politicians, I definitely think that it helps people feel more comfortable coming out and sharing their stories. One of the things I hear a lot is that a lot of people don't see transgender people in professional settings. So when they do, it just makes them feel really good. It makes them feel comfortable and safe to come out and share their side of things and, feel accepted.
All right, definitely something to keep in mind. Thank you so much for joining us here at 5.
Yeah, thank you.